Hello everyone, it's Untitled Chapter and welcome to this final episode of the Let's Build a Beach Club series in The Sims 4. Yeah, you heard it right, this is the last final episode of this series, which I'm really excited about because that means that at the end of this episode the entire build will be done and it will be available for download from the gallery, which is awesome. Or at least I just realized I shouldn't forget to actually upload it because I'm actually leaving on a holiday tomorrow and this is slightly pre-recorded. And therefore I'm not too sure if I just shouldn't forget it, but yeah, I hope I don't. Otherwise, if I have forgotten it, you'll have noticed by now. But then I'll upload it as soon as I can, but probably I will have uploaded it to the gallery. I look for gallery or Origin ID Dutch Sims Master, because once you look for that one, you'll be able to find the house and you'll be able to just put it into your own game, which is pretty cool, I guess. I'm not actually giving it that color, that doesn't look that nice. So yeah, as you saw probably in the previous episode, I've really focused on adding some detail to this entire build. We sort of did this half and now we're going to finish this half and then it will be done. And I was really happy to read all your feedback and your nice happy comments on the previous episode, or yeah, just the last episode, because very many of you seem to like it, and yeah, there was just some positive vibe, which I liked, so that's good. And personally, I'm really excited to finish this one. Not because I didn't enjoy the series, but just because I'm really excited to see what the end result will be like. Of course, you know, I'm in charge, so I do know what it's sort of going to be looking like. But yeah, I have actually not really planned anything for this episode. I'm just going to finish it, where I mentioned that in the previous episodes, every now and then I sort of did do some testing beforehand to make sure that whatever I was building would sort of turn out to look cool and become something special. But yeah, for now it doesn't really seem necessary to do that. So yeah, I'm just going to finish it up. This is obviously the dancing space, which is turning out pretty cool, I guess. Because I mean, how cool is it to have a dance party on the middle of the, well, not middle of the ocean, but at least, you know, on sea at this sick beach club. I'm not too sure. Yeah, those lights would normally not be used for a dance thing, I guess, because normally you use different lights. These are more like studio lights, but still I think they look sort of cool, and I combine it with this one. Maybe yeah, I think this is alright. And I showed that in the previous episode as well. But I mean, how cool is this DJ booth? I mean, if I were a DJ, I would definitely be going here, because that's obviously like the coolest place to play your songs, I guess. Then this is going to be that restaurant area, whereas this place on the other side is sort of more like a bar where you can have a drink and stuff. That other place is going to be exactly what it's called, a restaurant, more for lunch and maybe some dinner, even though not very many people go out for dinner when they're at the beach, or they don't go to the beach for dinner. No, well, that's actually totally not true. You don't actually really go to a beach club like a day beach club for dinner, but in the Netherlands I actually quite often go to a beach club for dinner, because it's actually a lot of fun, especially when the weather is not super good necessarily, to go to the beach to actually walk around, like watch the sunset and then have dinner on days on which it's like not too hot, but actually just like perfect temperature to just have a walk, enjoy the environment. But this is not exactly such a place. I mean, this is not a massive beach to walk around, but I guess, you know, you'd be able to walk around the entire island and then come here to have some dinner. I read in the comments, by the way, as well, that you really like these couple beds, which I thought were sort of, or those day beds, which were sort of realistic, I guess. So I'm adding them over here. Or should I add like some tables? Maybe it's not super logical to have those day beds there. Okay, you know, I'll just add those restaurant tables. And I'm actually adding the ones from like the restaurant expansion or stuff pack or game pack, because those are just pretty cool. And work very nicely for restaurants, obviously. And I've used them over here as well, so that sort of sets the tone or just, you know, continues the mood in the rest of the build as well. And these umbrellas should stay, obviously, because they keep in the color, which I like. And let me see what chairs to add. That's always sort of weird because we've got so many chairs in the game. I mean, look at all of these, but I don't really like that many of them. Or at least, yeah, I'm always in doubt which one I should use, because I tend to use the same ones, which doesn't really like make some new cool builds. I sort of like these ones because I think they sort of fit that beach vibe, so I think I'm actually going for those today as well. Or as well, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I used these in one of my speed builds recently as well, but that doesn't really matter. Let me see. Oh, I haven't added the candle yet. I actually wanted to add those candles. I read one comment, by the way, saying that I should add an object from Seasons. Yeah, just to let you know, I read your comment, but I wasn't too sure what object you meant, so I'm not too sure if I'll be able to add it. I might actually look it up later. I'm not too sure how much time we've got for this episode and how much time I'm going to spending on finishing this all up. But yeah, for now, I'm not too sure. You can definitely add it. Maybe in the comments again, just define sort of what you meant, so that people who are downloading this house from the gallery know what you meant, and then they might actually still be able to use it in their own game. Because suggestions are always really cool to get, and I'm very thankful for that. Just some 2-person tables, then another 4-person table here. I want to keep it sort of exclusive, I guess, not like super massive, very many people sitting there, because I mean that doesn't make it a lot more fun, does it? You just want some relaxed beach vibes. And Sulani is so beautiful in sunset. I mean, this looks beautiful. I mean, this lighting is so cool. And I really like, you know, the fact that the roof, there is some kind of glitch there, but oh well, we've got to deal with it. But like the underside of the roof, the fact that that's textured makes this look so much better. So I'll add some plants as well, some of these, just to also continue that vibe. And then I think this is actually turning out to be sort of a nice restaurant area. I mean, it's relaxed. It's nothing too crazy, but still it's fun. Then we've got this one as well. I'm not exactly using this one, but I do want to use one of those objects which came with Island Living. There we go, adding the cheese shell. There we go. That's pretty cool. I mean, just yeah. For some reason, just looks nice. I think I'm actually very happy with these chairs. And they didn't come with Island Living. I actually had to check, but very often on like ships and like big yachts, like expensive, crazy yachts, you see them have these kinds of chairs. So therefore, for some reason, it just fits that Island Living environment. But they are actually like director's chairs, which came with that movie stuff pack. So it's not really meant for this, but still, I'm very happy with them. Adding some more palm trees. I should actually, seriously, if you want more trees or plants or whatever, seriously, buy this pack. This new, well, not so new anymore, Island Living pack, because there's so many plants coming with this pack. It's totally crazy. Seriously, there's some trees I have never even used before, even though they're really cool. But I mean, there's so many coming with this pack that you don't even have to like add all of them all the time, or you don't even have the chance to add them all in one lot, because then it becomes like one crazy jungle. Yeah, seriously, I'm very happy with all those plants they've added, because I always just really like to have many plants. Does this work? Yep. That's pretty cool, I guess. Is it too big? Maybe I should, you know, decrease in size slightly, and then try to make it work such a way that the branch doesn't go through like the entire thing. Here we go. That looks pretty cool, I guess. Yep, I like it. And then we're adding some soil stuff here to make it look slightly more realistic. Yeah, for some reason, whenever you've got holiday, by the way, I had a holiday for like 3 weeks, and now I'm leaving. to Italy tomorrow, and I didn't have super many crazy things to do this, or at least I wasn't busy with many things. I had like just a lot of fun with friends and stuff. And then right before your holiday, whenever you're leaving, you always have so many things left to do for some reason, like packing and preparing things and downloading series and all those kinds of things, which are nice and typical holiday things. But I always wonder how is it possible that planning is so hard during the holidays, even though I'm pretty good at it just on regular like university weeks. But oh well, you know, got to deal with it. I guess it's going to be alright. I hope I'm able to upload this series in time, but I believe I should. And otherwise, that sucks. Let me see. I want to add this one as well because that adds some extra texture. And that just makes it slightly less green, and for some reason the color always is off whenever you're like in a distance from those new grass textures. I'm not too sure. I believe I play this game on like the highest settings, so that shouldn't be the problem, but for some reason it doesn't seem to be able to handle it all. But I think that's the Sims, which is actually trying to sort of prevent you from actually blowing up your computer because it's too heavy to handle. But I don't know actually. I wanted to add this one, and then for plants this is enough. Then I still want to have some white paint in general, because that yellow didn't look that nice. Here we go. Then we finished this dining place needs some kind of cool light. Yeah, I'm adding this one in the middle here. Finally I can use this. Normally this one is way too tall, but for this occasion it's actually perfect. Let me see, because I want to put it in the middle, obviously. Here we go. Oh, okay, that's not what I meant. Can be one. Oh, and then it moves again. Oh no, this is terrible. This is always such a struggle for some, well, not for some reason, because it's pretty obvious why it's going wrong, but like still, why? Oh, just doesn't work. Okay, I'm just going to, because you see the lighting, so this should be okay, I guess. Yeah, that's alright. And then I'm gonna make sure that this one is in the same lighting level. Is it? Yep, it is. Perfect. Okay, we've got light. I mean, I like it. Then let me see. Oh yeah, I wanted to make some kind of kitchen here. I imagined this to be, I'm not too sure if we actually have those items or if I have to change the lot type. Oh, we do. Here we go. I want to add this one because I imagine this to be sort of the kitchen where they prepare everything, obviously. Because you simply need such a place. You need the kitchen in a place like this. I'm not too sure if I'm going to make it very fancy, because I guess it's not really necessary. Here we go, and then this is visible for others as well, so we put some nice light here, and then maybe a little sofa, because I don't know why, you know, maybe you want to just sit there, relax a little bit. And then we need to have a door to get into this room, into this kitchen. And then do we have like a personnel? We've got those doors with the round window in them, and those are like typical hospital / kitchen doors for some reason. And I believe they came I don't know what pack they came with. This is okay as well, but where's that one I meant? It's always so hard to find all those items. This one, yeah, it actually came with the restaurant pack. Here we go. And then just some regular walls, some tiles. See, Okay. You know, the kitchen doesn't have to be very nice, as in architecturally pleasing, does it? We need some decorative stuff alongside the wall. Some knives. Where do we have it? Here. These are okay. And obviously a fire extinguisher. And to clean the floor, you need this one. This is sort of cool for out here, I guess. You can choose your drinks there, probably. Some kind of thing. Because this is sort of a fancy place, actually. You probably noticed that already, but this is going to be like the place to go in Sulani when it comes to going to a beach club. This is like the most fancy area. So you need some cool drinks there as well. Then some more decorative items for in the kitchen. Do we actually... Oh, we've not got a sink. Do you need a sink in here? I honestly don't know. Because otherwise it might not actually fit. I could try to make it work this way. Let me see, because we've got this one. And maybe... okay, you know what? I'm just adding it, just in case. I believe it should still be possible to open it. Or do we have like... Oh, wait. If I add it, then I might as well just add this one. That looks more logical. And then we add this one up there to clean the floor again. You know, I think it's fine for now. Because now I can make these dressing rooms. Here we go. And some toilets out here. So maybe this one should be accessible from here. I'm not too sure what it's for, but I can imagine that that might be useful. And then we've got some toilets and maybe some showers. So I'm adding... Do we have... I believe we do have one new color for this, do we? Oh yeah, that's really cool. We've actually got one color swatch, which is only for people who've got island living. Which is, I believe, the first time they did it, that they made one color option, especially or particularly for island living, for one expansion pack, just in general, which they didn't do before. And the reason for that is probably because they didn't want to create another toilet, and one of them, which they had, was just fine. So they made it match up with all the other items with some specific color in the pack. Which they do sort of nicely, I guess. Okay, are these okay to add? Would have been nice to have these in some colors, which... Yeah, okay, this is sort of okay, I guess. Because, you know, we've got these shutters, well, this structure just generally in front of it. So that should be okay. Here we go. And then adding some showers as well. These aren't like the biggest fitting rooms, or, well, fitting rooms, changing rooms, whatever. But I guess that that doesn't really matter, because I mean, you're at the beach. You know, the fact that you've got some private space is actually sort of nice already. Let me think. It would be cool to have some kind of interesting floor here. I'll just go for this mosaic. And generally, actually, it seems like more logical to actually have stones on the walls. So let's go for this. You know, nothing too special. Maybe I should add some towels, or at least a place to put your towel. In this one, and in this one, and then some toilet paper. It's the tiny details matter, right? In hospitality and restaurant services, I guess. Yeah, you know, I think it's fine. Oh wait, we're almost done already. well, there's actually still very many places we can still add some items, so I will. And we still need the entrance, and we've got signs for that. We just have to figure out where they are, and I think they are here. Yeah, this is one of them, but this is a store item, but it does look nice. And this one, that's actually perfect. This one, like, I'm not actually even look. It looks like it says like coconut palm or whatever. It seriously looks like it says coconut, even though it is Simlish, so it doesn't say coconut. Here we go. Just adding some tropical stuff in front of it. I believe like they made these trees for like the seasons back, and then they forgot to actually put them in, and therefore they just randomly added them in like this island living pack, because for some reason it doesn't feel like they were supposed to be in this pack. I don't complain because it's fun to have extra items, but it does feel sort of weird to have them in this pack because they don't really seem to fit in very nicely, or at least they seem very like autumny and not very summery, even though something summer related is sort of logical for a tropical pack, I guess. But like I said, we've got more than enough trees, so I don't complain. And then we're adding this one down here, even though this one is always a struggle to add because its footprint is relatively big, and therefore it doesn't really like to be put out here. So then instead, let's add this one down there. And then very many of those soil things. Or just these ones, actually. Oh, that's screwed up. It's the finishing touches. If you've got any idea for a new Let's Build, by the way, please let me know. I was thinking of, because I like these Let's Builds and I want to do more of them, so I'm thinking of just making another one, like almost straight after this one, and then maybe doing, just a Let's Build in which I create a resort. First of all, I want to make a kind of a disclaimer. You can't actually make true resorts in The Sims 4 Island Living. That's just not one of the possibilities, no lot type. But I can imagine that it's fun to watch, and you can in some way sort of play as if it's a resort. I'm not too sure how, but I guess some creative people will be able to come up with a way. And I can imagine that that's sort of fun. Also mainly to simply build such a place. So I was thinking of doing that, but let me know what your thoughts are on that. Because when I announced that I was planning on either doing a resort Let's Build or a beach club Let's Build, there were quite some people saying they wanted the resort as well. So maybe those people are still happy in case I get to do that. So yeah, that's that. This entrance looks pretty cool. You know, I really like those signs, or that sign with the letters. It really finishes it off. And then I want to add. Okay, I don't think that's actually in here. I should have made it a restaurant, because then I would have been able to make that entrance item. Yeah, now I could add this one, but you know that place where you first have to say like, okay, I've ordered this, or no, that's not. You know, I've made a reservation. I want to come eat here. That place, that desk, like the restaurant desk, I want to add that one, but it's not in here because this lot type. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. The lot type isn't actually restaurant, and I can't change it. So I might change that afterwards. But otherwise, if in case you want to add it, it should be placed here, and maybe, yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think I'll actually add it now, simply because then I've got to like kick a family out, and that's a lot of trouble. This is cool though. I really like how the green is sort of coming back, even though it's like on the sea, there's still like enough green in its surrounding to still make it feel natural and cool, and not just artificial, built on water, unrealistic kinda. And then you've also got like the movements, the sounds of the movement of leaves and stuff, sort of cool. I can imagine, you know, it's still The Sims, but that's sort of, you know, that summer breeze you want on a tropical island. Then we're adding this one out here. Again, just, you know, it's sort of the same, because if you change this all the time, then it just becomes incoherent. So it's better to just do it like sort of the same all the time, or in each potted plant, so that it looks sort of coherent. Here we go. And then adding some more rocks, I guess. Big ones. Yeah, this is sort of nice, if I can say that myself. And then last but not least, we've got to, you know what, I'm adding these ones with the yellow flowers out here. Here we go. That looks sort of cool. And then I still want to do something with some windows out here. Add a little candle on this table and this one as well. And then doing something with windows, because otherwise it looks sort of like closed off from there, which it isn't really, you know, it should be open and available for everyone. This is cool, but I'm not too sure what it would work like. Maybe I could actually use those shutter things which came with the pack. You know, these ones, and if we use them in these colors, they actually blend in pretty nicely. Yep, that's the way to go. I see it. And then around the corner as well, maybe. In this way. Yep, I like that. Okay, so that's alright. Then let me think. I want to finish up this place in here. This is just a place to have a drink, but then covered so that you don't get sunburned. Because actually it is possible to get sunburned in The Sims now. I mean, I don't really play around with The Sims themselves. I mainly build. I only build actually. So I don't know what happens. Yeah, I do know what happens. Their skin turns red, just as if they're human. But yeah, it's sort of cool that things like those are actually implemented in the game, if you ask me. I sort of like that. Because it adds like a lot of realism. And I can imagine that they can add like more illnesses and stuff just to make the game more realistic and slightly more dramatic. Because when we had such a feedback session at EA and LA during EA Play, very many of the players actually said that they wanted the game to be slightly more challenging, which I can imagine. Or yeah, it's not that I want, you know, well, at least I can imagine, because I like it when game mode or build mode gets like slightly more challenging as well, because of like new possibilities with like roofing and new possibilities with like stilted foundations and stuff. So it does add like some extra challenge, which I think is actually a lot of fun. So yeah, is there anything else I can add there? Maybe it's cool to add. Let me just look around in these items to see if there's anything I can add from this junk. Nope. I don't actually know what to add. Let me look around in this place to see if there's something's missing here. Do we have, oh yeah, we do have towels. Lifeguard. Okay, I've got to, I believe, testing cheats. Okay, I've actually looked it up because I'd forgotten. But here we go. It's bb.ignore gameplay. Okay, I hadn't used this cheat in quite some time actually. It took quite some time. Oh, we actually, this is the lifeguard. We also had the regular towels, which are actually the ones which I'll be using. But oh well, let me add them out here, because this is just, you know, a nice little beach place where you can just sit in the sand, even though personally I truly prefer to sit on one of those nice day beds, because you don't have all that sand around you, and you know, it's just better. But hey, people have got their own favorite way to go to the beach, I guess. And I want to these to sort of match the color of, yeah, perfect. Yeah, this is great, because you know, they're obviously branded towels which match the brand of this place itself, which is nice. Yeah, this is actually the only place where you can put your towel down, but I guess that doesn't really matter. It's okay. Maybe I can add slightly more if I just place them straight out here, because it looks slightly better in that way as well. For that cool top view overview, you know? Here we go. Yep, this is great. And then for in the corner, we need some more rugs, but not too much. I'm not going to add too much plants and stuff, because I like how it's just, you know, you can still look straight to the ocean there. And in the end, it's not one big jungle. You know, for the entrance, it's cool to have like slightly more plants, but you don't want super many plants out here. Some of this junk. Here we go. All right, cool. And then now it's time to actually go over this place. Oh, I still want to add some items here. Some nice sitting things. And that logo can be placed out here as well, I think. Yeah, that looks sort of cool, actually. Really fancy. And then where else can I put it? I don't want to overdo it, you know. Just the color alone should be enough to be able to say, okay, it's that brand, but actually out there is cool as well, I guess. Yeah, this is great. And then maybe adding some just another sitting corner out here might be cool, where we add some poofs. Even though these are way too bright colored, actually. I'm not removing them from there because they're okay, but I prefer to go for this in this place. And then adding the smaller version of this table. Here we go. And I wanted to add some of these around because, I mean, they're cool. Do we have some color combinations which fit better? I think I like these more. So let's see. Seems cool to me if we add them besides these stairs. I mean, that hot tub is really cool as well. I mean, imagine sitting there. That's like the greatest place ever. Sitting on a hot tub on the ocean. Not besides the ocean, but literally on the ocean. It doesn't get much better than that. And then for the entrance, obviously, we need 2 of them. And then out here, 1 more. And then we need some little light for the entrance sign. It's sort of weird that it doesn't actually light up itself. Or at least if I were to make an entrance sign, I would make sure it would light up itself. This is sort of cool, I guess. Doesn't light it up entirely, but it sort of shows that it's like a sign. Or like... yeah, like this. That's sort of cool. I mean, this is sort of an idyllic place, isn't it? It's pretty cool. Do we need anything else? I don't think we do. So then I guess this is it. But yeah, in case you want to add something, obviously you'll be able to get this from the gallery, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video already. But yeah, just thanks for watching this series. I really enjoyed it. I'll make sure that I upload it straight away. I'll actually upload it right now so that I don't forget. Oh, I should put it in light mode. Then I would have preferred to have chosen the right side for this image, but obviously you can't change it, so I can't. But anyways, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of this entire series in the comments down below, and then I hope to see you back in another video very soon. Goodbye.